All right, guys, welcome back. This is this guy. Look at this guy's burning out over here. Look at that. See that? That's crazy. You seeing that? Anyways, this is the month 8 of my update. I recently, if you guys don't know, I have a whole playlist about this, but I'm basically documenting my journey. This is my first business I bought. I just bought a business that I personally leveraged credit, other people's money to purchase this business because it was it was a positive cash flow situation. It is a phone repair shop, as you can see. We do phone repairs, we do cameras, back glasses, screens, charging ports. We do all kinds of things. If you need to replace batteries, right? We can do anything from Samsungs to iPads, iPhones, screen protectors, accessories, camera lenses, cases, whatever the case may be. It's basically a phone shop, right? Where we repair phones. The reason I got into this business is because I looked at the numbers. Had a relationship with the business owner for a while. He asked if I wanted to, just come on board. I seen the numbers. It looked good. It was cash flowing. I was looking at the industry standard. Industry standard is roughly 30 to 50% profit margins, which I really loved. As well as, it was an opportunity for me to learn. I have a friend that tells me all the time, like, Solomon, you need to focus on one thing. And I told him, I'm like, I completely agree. But what I don't agree on is I cannot tell people, get your credit right. Leverage your credit so that you can buy cash flowing assets, whether that's real estate, whether that's a business, whether that's starting your own business, whether that's investing in yourself, because investing in yourself is, for most people, the best investment that you could make, right? Investing in yourself. But I want to break down the numbers. I haven't done anything for December and January. It's currently February 10th of 2025. So I kind of want to break down the numbers as well as a couple things that I learned so far, right? I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, as well as this is just documenting my journey for me to one day watch, a few years from now. So in the month of December, this is one thing that I've learned is that seasons matter in the retail business, right? Basically we're a retail store. We depend on foot traffic, regular people driving by, people going to other businesses and seeing us, Google reviews, all that stuff. So in retail, 3 main things you have to worry about, right? You have to worry about overhead, right? You have to worry about employees, and you have to worry about inventory. So and not only that, also the season. So in December, I'm going to share my numbers, what I got paid, as well as the calculated net profit. And the percentages that I'm using, what I do is I get the net profit divided by the gross revenue, right? Our take home divided by the total amount that we actually brought in for the whole store. So basically December, I pulled in my very small payment for the month was $474.30. Now, I was very disappointed on that, but understanding that we did a 16.75% profit margin that month, and a lot of it was due to inventory. The reason being is because we ran out a bunch of stuff, ran out of screen protectors. The iPhone 16 just came out, and at this time, so we had to buy iPhone 16 cases, iPhone 16 screen protectors. They moved over to the C port right now, so get new chargers, right? We have to buy a bunch of inventory to prepare for that change. So a lot of the cash flow from that month went to that. On top of that, the season, everyone's buying gifts for their family, which is completely understandable. So that kind of did hurt me just a little bit. But come the month of January, because right now it's February 10th, 2025, come the month of January, my payment was $1,569.43. The profit margin we did this month is 39.14%. Now, what I love about this business particularly is the industry standard is 20 to 50% profit margins, right? It could go up to 90% because it's very service based. Being in the retail industry, I'm learning a lot of retail businesses is just a badge of honor, right? It's a badge of honor. People, their profit margins isn't as high as they kind of make it seem to be, right? The reason why I love this is because we average, and I broke down the average of since me being here, we average about 27.73% in profit every single month. Okay, so every single sale we have, about 27% of that is our take home. okay? And I get a percentage of, that's where my percentages come in as well. So overall, we're doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy about it. I wasn't happy about December. Sorry, I'm just pulling out my notes here. But there's a few things that I've kind of learned just from being here. It's only been 8 months, and I've mostly do all my business via online. But one of the things that I've learned here is inventory, overhead, and employees, right? Those are like the biggest expenses. This business would be great. I see the potential. I see the opportunity. I see everything that we could do. But being in the retail space, it was my first time experiencing the seasonal trend, right? December, seeing sales plummet because we're a repair shop, right? Seeing repair plummet in terms of, and also a new item coming out such as the iPhone 16, and then having to buy new inventory, right? Stuff like that. So season dictates sales. That's the first thing I learned. Second thing I learned is find a business, and this is for people who are starting on a business, right? Find a business that's always needed. Next door to us, we have a tire shop. We have a tire shop next door, and they're like a big tire repair basically. But they're really awesome guys. I don't know if you can see here outside, but it's a tire shop, and they're always busy. The one thing I love about tire shop and the repair shop here, and there's a smoke shop next door, is that it's a needed service, right? Let's see, this guy's coming in. No, it's a needed service, right? People need to fix their tires, right? Next thing is people need their vapes, right? I don't smoke, but it's like a drug, people, right? It's for drug for some people. But also same thing, right? If people can't use their phone, they need to fix their phone. If they don't want to buy a new one, surprisingly, a lot of people fix their phones, which kind of surprised me. But they don't want to buy a new one. They need a new screen. They need to use it for for work or whatever the case would be. So that's why I also invested in this business, is because it's a need. Everyone has a phone in their pocket. Everyone's glued to their phone now, and they need to fix it. So for those of you who are starting out in entrepreneurship, I see a lot of people, they sell like trinkets, they sell bullshit, they sell things that they find on Temu. It doesn't fulfill a need, right? You want to find a business that fulfills a need. This shop fulfills a need. The tire shop fulfills a need. You can't drive without tires. So that's kind of the biggest lesson I've learned so far, is if you're looking for a business to get into, find a business that fulfills a need. All right. Another thing too is mentorship. I say this all the time, but invest in a mentor. Invest in someone that's essentially going to teach you. I could have started this business by myself. I could have opened up my own shop, bought all the tools, did everything. But then I wouldn't have been as successful as if I didn't just join someone else's business and learn from them. Like my business partner that I'm learning from, he is been in his business for a few years now, and he just teaches me the ins and outs. He teaches me the little tricks and how to take inventory, right? How to make money on returning certain repaired items, or this is how we do this. This is how we calculate inventory. This is how we calculate what's going on. This is how we view our competitors, right? He teaches me so much in an actual business, right? This is me getting an actual business degree. I throw out ideas and he'll tell me like why that's a good idea or why it wouldn't work. And mentorship is super important. That's one of the pluses I'm getting from being here, is just being able to learn. He is also in other circles that are very high level entrepreneurs, because it's not his only business, but it does cash flow very well, right? Like I said, 20 to 50% profit margins. We average about 28% profit margins every month, on average. But he is surrounded by higher level entrepreneurs that I have no access to. But what happens is when he learns from them, education trickles down to me, because when he's here, all he wants to do is share with me what he learned, right? And I just want to make sure that it's still recording. It still is. Perfect. All right, so get a mentor, because the mentor wants to share with you what he learned. As long as you're willing to listen and willing to take notes and willing to mentally lock in, I'm getting an MBA in business just being here, right? And one of the things too, side note, one of the things I do love about this place is he was, kind of sharing with me. He's like, this business actually makes money. It actually cash flows. A lot of people start businesses because it's a badge of honor, right? Their profit margins might be like 10%, and they're like working it and struggling and not really making money, or maybe 8%, but it's a badge of honor. Say, hey, I own this. I've been here for 50 years, or whatever the case would be. His focus is time. He wants to build stuff so that he could buy his time back that's kind of my focus as well. Anyways, I'm getting off topic, but here we go. Education is very important, and find yourself a mentor if you're trying to do something in terms of starting or doing your own, growing your own business. Now, cons, the things that I don't like, sort of don't like, but I do like, is half and half, is one, I have to sometimes be here all day because we have to give the employee some time off. He works like 5 days. I cover the other 2 days here. My business partner covers the other 2 days at the other shop. It's really not that bad because we shoot for 7 to 10 repairs a day. So if I'm here for whatever it is, 6 to 8 hours, it's really not that bad because the price points is kind of high. So I have a lot of free time. So on that free time, I'm doing things such as educating myself. I'm reading, right? I'm doing my numbers. I'm filming videos like this. I'm working out, which is kind of strange. I just do it behind the desk over here. But I utilize that time and I treat this as my office. If people do come in and want their phone repaired, then I'll bang it out real fast. But for the most part, the only thing I don't like about it is that I do have to be here, right? Sometimes. And that's something I do want to change in the future, hire someone to take my role so that it's completely passive. But that's in the future. But I really wanted to be here for the first 6 months just to learn the business, just to see how it's run. And I really don't mind it because I have a lot of time to do my own thing. I do a lot of content editing. I schedule all my reels and my TikToks and talk to clients or whatever the case may be, right? So that's one thing that I don't like. The second thing is, which is our bottleneck in my opinion, is I see so much potential in this place to do great. I see multiple shops opening up. I see us really doing big things here. The problem is speed, right? Speed of execution. That's kind of where we're kind of struggling right now, is we have all these ideas. We want to implement a subscription service where you pay a monthly subscriptions, you can do X amount of screen protectors, X amount of cases, X amount of repairs every single month, like insurance, right? Because a lot of people don't have insurance, but if they do, they pay the subscription. It'll bring in more cash flow for us monthly, set cash flow monthly for us. But at the same time, it's just been in the talks, in the works right now. And I personally believe speed to action is important, but that's something that we're slowly working on. That's our bottleneck. But if I totally see the vision, I totally see having 10 of these all over my area, and just killing it, right? But we're trying to get this to a certain point so then we can take the cash flow from here and then go impregnate another city with one of these shops. So that's one of the biggest things. I think for right now, I'm pretty content, pretty happy with the numbers. Learning, figuring out, systemizing everything so that we can be better and better and better. This basically I don't see how long this video is. It's 13 minutes. So I'm gonna kind of wrap it up. But basically this is month 8 of my business buying journey. I do want to buy more businesses in the future. I've made a lot of mistakes in terms of buying this business, but it's really just a learning experience for me, and I'm very grateful. I have a great mentor. I have somebody here that's teaching me so much about business, which I love, and I'm learning so much. I'm grateful to you guys are on this journey with me, and yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update. All right, peace.